English. This is the vocabulary tutorial for the video My Sister in Real Life by Alex Clark. The vocabulary tutorial is not only definitions of words. We will present the correct definition and explain it within its context. We'll also introduce some similar words if possible so you can expand your vocabulary. Don't forget to watch for the timestamps so that you can find the words in the video later. Let's begin. Alex starts by discussing when his sister usually pops up in his videos. He says, "It's because she's done something terrible." Terrible is an adjective, meaning extremely unpleasant or disagreeable. Some similar words are dreadful and awful. Here, Alex is using terrible to describe the things his sister does in his videos. He continues by giving some examples, like, "She's shot a bazooka at me." Bazooka is a noun. It's a short-range, tube-shaped rocket launcher used against tanks. Now, here is a fun fact you can use to impress your native English friends. An American comedian invented a musical instrument in the 1930s and called it a bazooka. Later, during World War II, when the U.S. Army invented the rocket launcher, Major General Barnes commented that it looked like a bazooka. From that day forward, the rocket launcher would be more commonly known as a bazooka. Later, Alex admits, "She doesn't bother me at all." To bother is a verb, meaning trouble or annoy someone by interrupting or causing inconvenience. So here, even though he calls his sister evil, actually, she doesn't really cause that much trouble after all. But with siblings, even if you do fight. Here, siblings is the word we want to look at. A sibling is a noun. It means a brother or sister. During the video, Alex introduces someone that people who watch his channel should know. That name should sound familiar because he's voiced a lot of the characters in our videos. Here, familiar is an adjective, meaning well-known from before now or close association. So they should recognize this person. They know him from other videos. Although we should know Brian, we may not know much about him. Now, a little backstory about Brian. Backstory is a noun, meaning a history or a background of someone or something. So we know Brian, but we don't know a lot about Brian. So Alex is going to give us his backstory, a little bit of history about Brian. Now, at one point, Alex talks about Mary Poppins. As a young Brian jumps off of a building with his umbrella, thinking he'll float to the ground, Alex talks about a reference. He refers to Mary Poppins, and he says, "You need to know that for the reference to make sense, okay?" Reference is a noun. It means the use of a source of information in order to learn or explain something. He is giving you the source, the movie Mary Poppins, to explain what he's talking about. He's giving you a reference. While Brian is explaining his experience with his sister, he says, "She is a good connoisseur of movies." Connoisseur is a noun, meaning an expert judge in matters of taste. Basically, it means a person who is an expert of having good taste, either in movies or wine, food, and more. You might notice that this is an odd pronunciation of the word. It's because it comes from French. After Brian's experience, Alex continues by saying, "But she did pull nasty pranks on me all the time." Nasty is an adjective. When used of a person or animal, we're talking about how they are behaving in an unpleasant or unkind way. Similar words are unfriendly or unpleasant. Later, when Alex's sister tells Alex that the children at the school she works at have recognized her as his evil sister, Alex says, "It didn't really faze me to hear her say that." Faze is a verb, meaning to disturb or unsettle someone. Alex wasn't fazed. He wasn't unsettled by the news that his sister was recognized. But Alex finds out later that the students are actually afraid of her because he keeps showing her in his videos as evil. He says, "The students in her school were legit afraid of my sister in real life." Legit is an informal adjective, meaning authentic or genuine, meaning real. So in this case, legit afraid, the students are really afraid. They are genuinely afraid of his sister. But once Alex explains that his sister isn't really that evil in his video, he explains more that his sister likes being in his videos. He says, "Now, my sister actually loves being portrayed as my evil sister." Portrayed is a verb, to portray, meaning to describe someone or something in a particular way. Similar words are to depict or characterize. You're basically telling someone that you are describing that person in a certain way through a video or how you talk about them. And finally, Alex says, "She's gonna hook you up with some free Alex Clark swag." Swag is an informal noun. It means products given away free, typically for promotional purposes. At the end of the video, Alex Clark wants to promote his video, promote his channel. And the way he does this is by giving a contest to the kids at the high school his sister is working at. If they do a certain thing, they will receive free products from his sister. Free swag. That was our vocabulary tutorial. Don't forget to check out our related videos for more information. And if you'd like, you can fill out our questionnaire here at the end. This is Infinite English.